been rushed to Meru Hospital. And our reporter Melita Oletenges is now joining us live with an update from Meru. Melita, what more have been able to gather with regards to this particular incident?
Well, Zainab, clearly a very sad morning from Meru County. A chopper crash landed in Kaide area, which is not far away from where we are at the moment. We are at Kaaga Primary School grounds. And as you can see, there are police choppers here. We have a Kenya Air Force helicopter and a police chopper preparing actually to airlift the 6 injured individuals who are top police bosses from the Eastern Region Security team who are headed to Marsabit County, different parts of Marsabit County early in the morning around 8. They were heading to attend peace talks in Badan Arero, that is the border of Wajir and Marsabit County, where at least 8 people have been reported dead as a result of clashes in the past week, and also in North Hor and the border of Saku sub-counties, where there also have been clashes, and also in North Hor, Laisami sub-county, where also 4 people were reported to have been killed last week, Zainab. And so far what we've gathered is that the chopper, which is an Augusta Westland AW119, hovered for about 15 minutes before it crash landed. It crash landed in a banana plantation in Kaide, and from eyewitnesses, they are saying that they are not sure what could have caused the crash, but it is said there was poor visibility as a result of the weather early in the morning. But for now, as you can see, the choppers are here. And Zainab, just to give you an update on the people who have been involved on this crash, with top police bosses from Eastern Region. We understand the regional commissioner, the DCI director of the region, also the NIS coordinator, and also the regional police commander, together with 2 pilots, a pilot and a co-pilot, were involved in this crash early in the morning. So far, we have been told they are stable and they will be airlifted just in a few minutes. And as you can see there, we've already seen ambulances just arriving here at the Kaaga Primary School grounds. And as you can see there, ambulances, we've seen Red Cross officials also at the grounds. These are live pictures coming to you from Kaaga Primary School. And as you can see, just moments from now, the 6 injured individuals who were part of the occupants in the police helicopter early in the morning that crash landed at Kaide are now being airlifted to Nairobi. About 5 ambulances arriving here, and also vehicles from top police officers, I believe, and we've also seen patrol vehicles here at Kaaga Primary School grounds. Those are pictures coming to you from Kaaga Primary School. And what we understand, Zainab, as I say, is that they are all in stable condition. That is a report we received from the police commander of Meru County early in the morning, saying yes, indeed, there were 4 police top officials from Eastern Region that were involved in the crash early in the morning. But he said all of them, including the 2 pilots, were in a stable condition, and they were earlier taken to the Meru County Referral Hospital, and they have now been transferred here to the Kaaga Primary School grounds, where they will be airlifted by a Kenya Air Force police helicopter to Nairobi for further treatment. So those are live pictures, as I said, and we are waiting to see whether indeed all of them will be airlifted, or only those with maybe say injuries that need more attention in Nairobi. So Zainab, those are just the details that we've gathered so far from here, and we will be bringing our viewers up to speed with what is happening from here in Meru County. Over to you, Zainab, in studio.
All right, Melita Oletenges there in Meru County, where that incident has happened, the crash. And of course, we're certainly keeping a very close eye on it. And away from that, the flood crisis in Tana Delta has escalated to the neighboring Lamu County, where 2 villages have been submerged and over 6,000 people rendered homeless. The Ministry of Devolution says it is putting in place measures to safeguard the lives and livelihood of affected residents.
The past 3 months have been a nightmare to over 48,000 residents of Tana River County following the flooding in 10 of its villages. The waters have now spilled over to the neighboring Lamu County, submerging homes and displacing thousands of residents. Legislatures from the region are blaming the government of neglect.
Sio kwamba ni mafuriko peke yake. Shida kubwa ni kwamba sisi twagandamizwa. Waliambiwa walete chakula. Chakula yao wameleta kimadharau. Kweli tumepata 40 bags, lakini 40 bags katika vijiji vote hivyo 40 bags.
Over the 50,000 residents who have been residing in camps are living in fear as the situation is getting worse. As one of the viable solutions to the flood problem, Tana River County has started working on 43 cluster villages where residents will live while use their current villages as agricultural land. Devolution CS, on the other hand, has said that the government will continue supporting residents and will help them to get back to their normal lifestyles.
Serikali kuu itaendelea kuwapa support, chakula kiwe cha kutosha hadi hali rejee kuwa. Lazima tufanye kazi nao, tuangalie sehemu ambazo zitakuwa salama kwa watu wetu ili tukijenga pale tusibomolewe tena na maji ama landslide.
Ruth Sarmui, NTV.
Meanwhile, residents in Meru sub-county in Molo County are concerned about the poor state of roads, which they describe as a nightmare. Farmers are among the groups who they say the poor state of roads has affected their source of livelihood. Their perishable produce has gone bad as it cannot get to the market. Pregnant women and ailing residents are also unable to reach health facilities in good time. The residents are also questioning why the road to Meru from Kapli Sendet has been left abandoned for years. They are now calling on the area MCA and Member of Parliament to ensure the roads are rehabilitated.
Ndio utatoa viazi yako itoke kwa barabara ndio ulipiwe. Kama ni gunia moja unapeana shilingi 200 ndio itoke kwa barabara. Kama amenunua na shilingi 1500 ni lazima upewe shilingi 1300. Unaona imetuumiza sisi wakulima.
Mimi natoka hospitali sasa hivi unaponiona. Unaona venye barabara iko. Nikilio kabisa, tumewachagua wabunge wengi tangu zamani lakini hakuna mwenye ametusaidia. Hii barabara imekuwa kwa hivi muda mrefu sana. Sasa mtu kama mimi nikianguka hivyo si nikuumia tu hiyo tu. Ombi letu hivi hasa sisi walemavu tunaumia sana.
Wajawazito wanachikwa tu na magunia kutikiliwa hivi na kutembeshwa kwa barabara. Hii ni kitu ya ajabu na tulichaguana mamiaka na mamiaka. Hakuna mwingine ambaye sisi tunaumia tu jameni.
Now, Agriculture Cabinet Secretary Peter Munya has vowed to sustain the ongoing reforms in the agriculture sector in order to boost production and deliver value to farmers. Now, speaking during a consultative meeting with coffee farmers in Embu on Friday, Munya said the reforms being rolled out in the subsector would weed out brokers from the coffee value chain and bring more accountability and competition in the sector. Embu Governor Martin Wambura, who also attended the meeting, urged the government to waive debts for coffee farmers, noting some of them had abandoned the crop in fear that their produce will be used to pay off the loans.
Of course, kuna mambo mengine mengi ambayo tutafanya kahawa ambayo tunaendelea naye na si kahawa pekee. Kuna hii commodity exchange ambayo we are already looking into the commodity exchange system, tuone vile coffee exchange itarekebishwa pia ndio muweze kuuza kahawa bila ile kuficha. Unajua inafichwa price. Tunataka kuleta ile mambo ya price discovery. Tuwe tunauza kahawa openly. Ndio mtu akiwa Nebraska ama huko governor anasema you can buy the coffee directly from the coffee exchange in Nairobi without you traveling here. Na hiyo network tunatengeneza, mkulima pia atajua kwa factory yake kahawa yake imeuzwa pesa ngapi.
It's a government loan and it can be waived with your goodwill, my goodwill and the president's will. It can be waived. And the impact this will have is the farmers who are producing the most coffee, especially the 5 societies of Kebogo. are the biggest producers of coffee in this county. They don't like taking their coffee here because they think kahawa haya itakuwa itashikiliwa ilipe loan.
Well, they say when life gives you a lemon, you make lemonade. Well, two young men from Murang'a County are doing exactly that in the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic by turning their hidden talent into a money-making venture. The two decided to explore a field they have never ventured and are glad they did, as it keeps them busy away from vices and gives them solace as days turn to months. Martin Mora with more details.
The COVID-19 pandemic has limited movement of people as containment measures to keep the spread low. Some are finding a silver lining in the time now spent at home. Hidden talents are emerging. James Minor, a nursing student, is turning his hand at what until now was just a pastime for him. Armed with the basic tools, he alongside a friend keenly turned ordinary flower vases into work of art.
On 23rd May ndio tulidiscover tunaweza fanya art na huyu best yangu hapa nyuma anaitwa Jeff, na ndio tumefanya hii art yote kutengeneza vase. Kuna vase za maua, kuna candle holders ndogo, na isipokuwa tu ni materials kadhaa ndio na vitu kibao tumefanya so far.
They said they discovered their talent during the COVID-19 restrictions.
Kulingana tukaona tunaamka daily, tunakuja, hakuna wera, pata za dishi, hitilafu. At least tunashikana, tunafanya kitu important. Kitu at least, hata msee jioni akienda kwa nyumba, hiyo siku yake yote itakuwa waste. Atakuwa amefanya kitu yani.
Jeff, who is currently unemployed, calls himself a hustler. The young men appealed to well-wishers to support them, saying that they intend to continue pursuing the art once the COVID-19 health crisis was over.
Kama materials hii art tunafanya, kuna cement tunatumia, kuna wires na kuna uzi tunatumia kufunga ndo tu isimame, na pia rangi na brush za kupaka rangi hivyo.
The two, who have also been conserving the environment, use their talent to engage kids and fellow youths to keep them off the streets.
Mayutu wengi upotea juu ya hiyo grouping ya wase. So mimi nawaambia tu fanya kitu na mikono yako, achana na drugs. Kama unatumia utaacha siku moja. Just do something that will help you and will benefit you in your life.
Hii art najua itatupeleka far. Atakaa tuna zile hatujasomea hii story, lakini ni kudiscover tu hii time ya corona tukajipata vijana tunaweza make it. Tunaweza fanya kitu.
The two now are urging their fellow youths to use their talent to generate income and create employment. Martin Mora, NTV, Murang'a County.
All right, thanks, Martin. Quite inspirational there. Well, Westlands Member of Parliament Tim Onyonyi is now calling for the fast-tracking of a strategy to reopen the country, warning that a youth and unemployment crisis is imminent. The legislator unveiled 2 sanitizers booths at busy Kangemi market in his constituency to help in the fight against COVID-19. Says failure to reopen the economy would likely force the youth to seek illegal alternatives in order to survive the harsh economic times. While applauding the government's strategy to roll out casual jobs for the youth in informal settlements, the MP stated that the initiative covers a small percentage of young people and is not sustainable. The MP further urged the youth to be in the forefront towards implementing measures aimed at reducing the spread of the disease.
For us, we must just be alert that we make sure that people get the best of how they can take care of themselves. And this is one way of how we do it, especially those people who are traveling. They just pass through the booth and then they go and enter the matatu and go their way. Those who are going to the market, which the market is just here, this is also the route for people going to many places. So we have put it at a very vantage place where it can serve so many people. And the traffic here is so big.
Now, more farms continue to be at the forefront of the fight against COVID-19. The latest is Britam Holdings. The Diversified Financial Services Group contributed 500,000 shillings to the Nyeri County's COVID-19 fund to help in the efforts to contain the spread and the impact of COVID-19 in the county. Britam's donation follows the Nyeri County Governor's appeal to individuals, corporate entities and other institutions to support the county's COVID-19 emergency fund formed to spearhead mobilization mobilization of resources for emergency response towards containing the spread, effects and impact of the pandemic. While presenting the check to Nyeri Governor Mutahi Kahiga, Britain's Principal Executive Director Gladys Karuri lauded the county for its efforts. The financial contribution is in addition to the 15 million shillings the company donated to the National COVID-19 Emergency Fund last month.
All we need to do is obey.
Let's take a very quick break here on NTV at 1. We still have a lot more we've lined up for you. Stay with us.
Pembe Flour, your most trusted quality brand for over 3 decades, has a new look now. This new pack is available in all leading supermarkets and outlets. It's still the same flour. Great taste, so you can cook and bake all you love with Pembe Flour. Pembe yangu ni poa.
Sonadol Extra imetengenezwa kwa njia spesheli kupambana haraka na maumivu ya kichwa, mwili na hata meno. Sonadol Extra, hakika maumivu yakizidi, pata ushauri wa daktari.
As we battle COVID-19 and adjust to life's new normal, the University of Nairobi encourages you to pursue your career development goals. Applications are ongoing for the June and September 2020 programs for diploma, bachelor's, master's and PhDs in all our campuses with online classes available. Prevent the spread of COVID-19 by following the government health guidelines. The University of Nairobi is a world-class university committed to scholarly excellence.
Jana ulipotea hivyo baada ya kupepa ule mtemu kwa potapoto ukaenda hivi.
Unajua huyu mrembo alinipeleka hadi kwa nyumba. Nikasema mimi siedi kugulalisha masikio. Nikatapa shughuli.
Jawa, mbona mjipendi?
Kwa nini?
Yaani unawezaje patana tu na mtu kwa street alafu uende ukachapiane naye?
Kalishizo mashine.
Ulitumia raba eh?
Kwani bado mnatumia raba?
Okay, ngoja niulize jamaa. Nani hapa hivi amepimwa hivi majuzi?
Pale kwa Mwangi, si ni 10 bob.
Sijasema kupimwa weight. Saa hizi kupimwa HIV ni haraka na ni bure. Unaweza pimwa kwa clinic na bado unaweza jipimia kwa nyumba yako wewe mwenyewe na self test kit 500 peke yake.
Niende nipimwe, nichipate niko positive. Unajua hakuna kitu naogopa kama hiyo.
Kuko na madawa na kuko na counseling na utaishi maisha yako normal tu. Kuko na HIV si eti ni mwisho.
Wewe uko nayo?
Mimi nilishapima.
Unapoendelea kujikinga kutokana na HIV, tafadhali zingatia taratibu zote za serikali za kujikinga na virusi vya corona.
Afya bora, maisha bora. Jipime, jiinue.
Sending money has never been this easy. All you need to do is log into your bank's mobile app or USSD menu. Select the PesaLink option in your bank's menu. Select Send to Account. Enter the recipient account number. Enter the amount you want to send. Enter the reason for payment. Confirm the details of the transaction. After confirming, you will receive a confirmation notification via text. PesaLink. Easy, affordable, instant. Anytime, anywhere.
Well, thank you for staying with us. Let's take a look at news making headlines in the sports world. And next year's Olympics will be safe despite the coronavirus pandemic. Tokyo Governor Yuriko Koike has said, pledging a 120% effort to ensure the first ever postponed game can go ahead. Koike, who announced Friday she would stand for re-election next month, said the city was committed to holding the event as a symbol of human triumph over the virus, but admitted it would be downsized. Tokyo 2020 became the first Olympics ever postponed in peacetime earlier this year as the coronavirus marched across the globe, upending lives and forcing the cancellation of sporting and cultural events. They are now scheduled to begin on July 23rd, 2021, though they will still be known as the 2020 Games. Officials in Japan and from the International Olympic Committee have warned it will not be possible to postpone again.
What? She started her sports career at age 12 and had already...
Premier League will support players taking a knee before or during marches in protest against racial discrimination, while Black Lives Matter will replace players' names on the back of shirts for the first 12 games of the league's restart next week. The league supports the players wish to have their names replaced by Black Lives Matter on the back of their shirts for the first 12 matches of the restarted 2019-2020 season. The Premier League said in a statement on Friday, protests have erupted across the globe since the killing of African-American George Floyd in the United States on May 25th, when a police officer who has been charged with second-degree murder knelt on his neck for several minutes. Several matches in Germany's Bundesliga have been preceded by both teams taking a knee prior to kick-off in recent weeks. The Premier League will return with 2 matches on June 17th as Manchester City host Arsenal and Sheffield United travel to Aston Villa. And Bayern Munich could secure an 8th straight Bundesliga title this weekend, but host Borussia Mönchengladbach this afternoon without suspended duo of Thomas Müller and Robert Lewandowski. Bayern will be confirmed champions with a win if second-placed Borussia Dortmund lose at relegation-threatened Fortuna earlier in the day. At the foot of the table, fallen giants Werder Bremen face a crucial watching. We are preparing more news for you later on in our subsequent bulletins. You want to stay tuned for that, as well as that daily briefing from the Ministry of Health with regards to the state of COVID-19 in the country. We also want to bring you all that and more details, so stay with us. My name is Zerab Ismail. Do enjoy the rest of your afternoon.